Hello and welcome to the Pointless Distractions podcast. I'm your host, Kyle Draper. With me,
Graham Bergeron.
And Scott Westerman.
All right. When you boys think of the greatest interviews of all time, what do you think of?
Barbara Waters. Oh.
Frost Nixon, Princess Diana and Martin Bashir, Diane Sawyer and Whitney Houston. Fuck that. Tonight we raise the bar. Introducing the heart and soul and favorite wannabe, Nick Gula.
Let's go!
Let's go!
What's up, boys?
What up? How you doing, Nick?
I'm doing all right. How you guys doing?
Good. Good to have you on the pod finally.
Yeah. I'm happy for. Thank you for having me. Definitely a new experience for me.
Yeah, no problem. Glad to have you on. You want to just quickly explain how we met? And I'm pretty sure people are sick of hearing about this goddamn cruise at this point. But you and I met at the, I don't even know if we talked, but at that meet and greet the day before at that arcade, that thing Justin was,
Yeah. Justin had put on, Justin Kyle, obviously, and you've had him on the pod, but that first meet and greet that we had at that arcade, and I found out about that on Twitter, basically Facebook and stuff like that, and then we just met up. It's an meet up, and then we went on a cruise, and we hung out, and there we go. And then
when I first met you, you were definitely more subdued. So I don't know where this new Gula came from. Justin thinks that he changed you. Essentially, he takes credit for that.
Yeah, he takes for opening Pandora's box of of the Gula.
The Pandora's box.
Fucking A.
It's like a whole Unforgiven situation. He thought he was retired. He was just settled down. Dragging me back in. Next thing you know, it's let's go, and it's freaking animal.
Yeah, I remember when I met you and I met Sam, and then your mom was there with like a broken leg, if I remember correctly, and I was like, this son of a bitch dragged his poor mother on this cruise with him.
Yeah, I drag my mother everywhere. She's usually one of the antics that we go through. She enjoys it. Oh, by the way, that's the peanut gallery. If you've listened to the Wannabeez, you know what the peanut gallery is.
Oh, I was hoping she'd be in the background for sure.
I guess we probably should plug the show real quick, huh? The Wannabeez.
Oh,
your new claim to fame.
Yeah, who the hell are you, by the way?
I am Gula, one of the trio of the Wannabeez. We do a weekly podcast, talk about Tell 'em Steve Dave, comic books, politics, unions, life, what's going on, and we have fun doing it. It's been a wild ride. We've been doing it for almost a year. We have about 12 more episodes, and we'll make 52 episodes.
Wow.
I was going to say, we're kind of like the Wannabeez, but we have way less listeners and 75% less TSD talk, probably.
We're kind of like the wannabes.
Yeah.
That's good. Where was that when you're coming up with names?
Oh, yeah. Let's rip off the guys ripping off the show. Okay.
That's pretty much what we've been doing anyway. So.
That's
we've already had Justin on. Now we got Gula on. We just need to get John, and we, got them all, like Pokemon.
I don't even know how to reach John. Like, I don't even. Is he even on Facebook or?
Oh yeah, he's on Facebook. He's on Instagram. You can get him on Instagram. Send or you could any Wannabeez. Just send the Wannabeez at any Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Blue Sky. Get us a line, and we'll definitely thing. And speaking of getting John on the thing, we spoke about this last night because we were doing a pod last night, and we said, and John definitely told me that he would definitely be on. So
I don't know if I want him on though, because my wife Heidi was listening to your guys' podcast with the Key West recap with Jimmy the Hair Guy. She was just listening because Jimmy the Hair Guy on it. She won't listen to our podcast, but she'll listen to that because Jimmy's on it.
Divorce her.
And she comes and she goes, I really like that John guy. He just seems really nice and down to earth. And I'm like, oh boy, now John's got groupies. The last thing he needs.
Speaking of groupies, I heard you guys had a few in Key West.
Yeah, we had a few feds. We got a little hectic a little bit, but
good thing your mom was there to keep you in line, right?
Yeah.
Gula the rock star.
Yeah.
So I was giving Nick shit right before we started recording because if listeners don't know, he half the year lives in Hooksett, 50% of the time maybe.
Oh,
Basically lives one town over from me.
I wish I lived up there as much as you're making it out to be, but honestly, it's been few and far between. But yes, I do have a house in Hooksett, and I also have a house in Massachusetts. So, but yeah, this summer, that's my plans: be up there going fishing and shit. If you want to go fishing, man, on my boat, just drop me a line, man.
Yeah, I think I was talking to Justin one time about how you go to the same Walmart, and I'm like, how have I not seen you there with how much I'm there? And I found out Graham shops in the same Walmart.
Yep.
Oh, a Walmart and Hooksett.
Yeah, what were you saying about your kids, Graham? You had some funny comment.
Oh, I was just saying that, even if we've never seen each other, he's probably heard at least one of my kids if he's been at that Walmart in the last year.
Having a meltdown?
Not necessarily having a meltdown. They're just like my daughter's a little over 1, and her favorite thing is just screaming for no reason. She just loves it.
So you were the person that keeps that I keep hearing the kids screaming all the time.
Wait, your kid's been screaming in the background?
No, I was saying at Walmart when I'm at Walmart.
Like, what the fuck?
I'm sitting at Walmart. I got it now. Screaming, and that's Graham's daughter.
Yeah, I mean,
it could possibly be.
I mean, if it wasn't crying and it was just like a high-pitched squeal, like probably, yeah.
No, I've always imagined that one day I'd be out in Hooksett at a nice little outdoor cafe, and I'd look up and see Gula, and Gula would see me, and we'd each nod to each other without saying anything.
No,
and then go our separate ways.
Just a real good meet cute.
Yes.
We lock eyes.
Batman.
Which one's
Batman? Which one's Alfred then?
What's that?
Which one's Batman and which one's Alfred?
It's me then, I guess.
I'm Batman?
Yeah,
Batman?
I'm Batman.
Wait, did you not get the reference?
What?
The end of Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah.
When Alfred sees him at the cafe, and then
I got you.
Okay,
I totally get it.
So Graham, what's this whole thing about the gorillas you were telling me earlier?
All right, so it's the latest craze that's been sweeping the internet this past week. Usually when something goes viral lately, it's just like horrible shit. But this week, everyone just decided to have fun, and someone posed a hypothetical question of who would win, 100 men or one gorilla, and it's got the internet tearing itself apart.
I've seen this.
These are the best.
Computer
simulations are amazing.
Yeah.
That's all I do is bring up hypothetical situations, and nobody ever spreads that around the internet.
Because they
nobody cares.
Post them on Twitter more.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. What's your take on that? I would say 10 men probably could take out a gorilla.
Not even close. No way. Hand-to-hand combat? No way.
Yeah, no weapon, just average dudes.
Just no way. There's no way. That gorilla would just destroy them. I think it's literally an animal, man. It has no remorse. It's just thinking on instinct, guy.
Just build a solid muscle.
Just smashing things
I think 10's a little low.
What are you projecting here?
I mean, I think there's no way a gorilla's beating 100 men, but I would think the cutoff would be like 30, maybe 40.
Yeah, but once the gorilla kicks 30 guys' asses, the other 70 are running.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know. I'm putting that way higher, guy. I'm probably putting that around 70, at least. That thing is just ripping things apart. People are blood flying everywhere. You're sitting there going, what the fuck did I get myself into? At that point, it's like fight or flight right there, and you just seen 30 people just get eviscerated, guy. It's over.
I mean, the only chance that people have is that eventually the gorilla wears down and gets exhausted, and then you might be able to take it. But how many people are going to be dead or just bloody pulps, man. By then, like, ugh.
Oh, if we all win and I saw Kyle's head get ripped off, you know I'm picking that up and throwing it right at the gorilla's face.
Yeah, I might have to reassess that number because I've seen what a fucking chimpanzee can do to someone's face, let alone a silverback gorilla or something.
Graham's playing dodgeball with Kyle's head.
Yeah, see, there's something I hadn't thought about because we assume you're going in without weapons, but once the gorillas start ripping off arms, you can use those like clubs, right?
Yeah.
Start tossing heads and smacking with arms.
I'm just figuring that like he's just tearing things up, guy. He's using teeth, he's using feet, he's using hands. It's just an old just total bloodlust at that point. Like,
have you seen
if you could get that monkey up into that rage at that point, you know, it's probably not going to start out that way, but once people stop beating on you.
Hopefully they're not like the gorillas in what was that movie Congo back in the day? Remember those crazy ass like white gorillas?
Oh, that's the one where the gorilla could talk with sign language.
Yeah, Amy the gorilla. What a great movie.
So I think the real question is how many gulas does it take to take down a gorilla?
Ooh, excellent question.
Ooh, I don't know.
Because we've heard those stories. We heard the 1 through 3.
Yeah.
Just 100 let goes.
just one ghoul, I would say, would take out a gorilla because I'm just gonna take him out. I'm not even gonna give him a chance. That's it. Before he knows it, I bought him like a silverback gorilla.
Like, oh, you're ripping my arms off. I'm ripping your arms off.
Multiple gorillas, and he's trying to unionize them.
There you go.
Got him picketing at the zoo.
That's how the new Planet of the Apes starts. Right?
I need more bananas. God damn it! We don't have enough bananas between breaks.
Yeah, I think the best part I saw in this whole argument was the computer simulations people put up. It'd be like, little
that's accurate.
Animated guys. Oh yeah, I mean, who knows how they programmed it, but it was just like funny because first they did 100 versus 1, and the gorilla was like tossing people up in the air, and they're just guys just heads flying and stuff, and then they're like, let's do 100 versus 10,000 men. And the one was like 10,000 gorillas versus 1,000,000 men. It was awesome.
I've seen where they've done like 1,000 Terminators versus like 100 Jesuses.
Yeah, all it was just bodies flying like 50 feet up in the air and everything. It was awesome. I was like,
the funny thing is,
the gorillas won every simulation.
The one I seen was 100 to 1, but when they zoomed in onto the humans, the guy had a cardigan. So I don't know how like how ghetto he was, how like street he was. So looked like he was
cashmere
just like
sweater.
Yeah.
That wasn't Gula.
Like this
might
Gula. Just be my programmer brain, but I just want to know how whoever made that simulation quantifies Jesus.
The Lord works in mysterious ways, Graham.
And I think when Jesus just wins, snaps his fingers, and they're all dead.
I just need to know. I want to know the numbers now.
Oh wait, Gula, did you even see? I don't think you can see from that angle. I'm wearing the Let's Go shirt. I don't know if you can see that.
Oh man.
So I'm pretty sure if you came into my workplace to have a beer, everyone would be like, why do I know this fucking guy? Like, I guarantee it. Everyone's always like, who is that? Let's go. I'm like, that's Nick Gula. That's it.
Had to make a shirt of me. That was pretty funny. I thought that was hilarious that you made a shirt out of me sitting there drinking a beer on a couch.
Yeah, because remember, I was like, Jen says hi, I'm going to get a picture. And little did you know, 2 weeks later.
Yeah.
Was that technically the first Wannabeez merch? No, you already had those pins.
Yeah, we had the pins already.
Making bootleg shit.
Yeah. You're already stealing our intellectual property. I'm going to have to put a cease and desist order on you.
This is actually going to be the first Pointless Distractions t-shirt.
On merch table right now, guy.
I mean,
buzz, motherfuckers.
I mean, if we're going to get
$26.95.
I was on the ground floor.
Yo, get him.
Our little watermark.
You're fucking holding our property hostage, guy.
Wait, what did you say, Graham?
We'll just put like a tiny little watermark in the corner.
There we go.
Distance ourselves as far from the merchandise as possible.
On the back, we'll just put "Stay Pointless," so we can be like, "Well, no, it's our merch. Don't worry."
Listen, we took on the University of Texas. We'll take you guys on. So. Nah, it was flattering. I thought that was hilarious when you sent that over and you said you were gonna wear it to your surgery guy. I lost it. I was laughing so
I
hard.
actually did the. Well, obviously, I had to take it off and put on the fucking gown when I got in there, but
Oh, that is too fucking much. Too fucking much.
Did they
Good
make
thing I
hospital
didn't-
gowns that big?
Dude,
You're a large fella.
Thank you.
His ass
Wait,
is
what are
just
you?
half of his like most of his ass is just hanging out. Most gurneys.
Had to be.
That's what you don't know about Kyle.
I
Well,
die
he
on the
gets
operating room table, and Jen blames you because I wore that fucking t-shirt. You didn't take it serious.
Oh shit!
But as I'm dying, a little. Let's go.
The esthetician was like, "Oh, he wants to go, guy." Gives a little bit extra, guy, and you sit there and fucking have a heart attack, guy, on Gula. Let's go. Your version's better though. You didn't take it seriously enough. Oh, that was good. That was a good one.
Yeah, people are a fan of the shirt, and I don't know why. It makes no sense to most, but
Like 99.99999% of the population. But thank you.
no problem.
I mean, I barely know the context, and it's fun to scream "Let's go."
Yeah, it's one of my favorite things to do. Get you a little amped, your little release. Just scream it out and let's go.
Anytime I hear that on TV, I feel like it's like they're ripping off Gula. Wait, what? Never mind.
Yeah. Well, I think Brady says it a lot too.
Yeah.
That's one of his things. But I think I think I said it first. I'm gonna say I said it first.
You're the original goat. Did anyone yell that at Q West at any point besides yourself?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. That was another thing. Just seeing fans in Key West, Q West. It was pretty nuts.
Slightly
Something I
jealous.
made, something we made out there and put out there and then people actually, seem to care and listen. That just seems insane to me that you want to listen to me.
I mean, we were amazed. I mean, it's not like we have that many listeners yet, but that we actually have some people is, beyond what at least I thought. I said I'd be happy if 5 people were listening.
We have listeners in multiple states, which is like crazy to me, and it's not the states we live in.
Yeah,
That
that's
was
what blows
good.
my mind.
You got to get Jimmy the hair guy on, then you'll have plenty.
He
plenty
says
of,
whatever day and time, just let him know.
yeah, get Chuck. You got to get Chuck because Chuck's
Yeah,
looking for
I reached out to him. He said just email him. He said sure. So I don't know if he's blowing me off, but I meant we might as well.
he's got to promote that live
Unbearable.
show. So yeah, he's got a live show coming up. So he's going to be doing the potting circuit, getting it out there.
Well, he's got to start at the top, so of course he's coming to us.
Hell yeah,
Well, I mean, I can tell you, I'm sorry I'm a little out of it today.
Yeah,
'cause I
go
had a
for it.
Very busy day. Tomorrow's my youngest kid's 10th birthday, which is crazy. So we had his birthday party today. So of course we were running ragged like that. Heidi was mostly running ragged for that. I was just, moving stuff around and trying not to get in the way. But yeah, it was crazy. So all the grandparents were over, got stuffed on some Jersey Mikes and lots of pizza. So I'm just kind of bleh today, but yeah, it's been cool. And I had to take my older kid to get his hair cut because, he's 13 and needs his haircut every 3 weeks because he's awesome. But so he wants to buzz it off for the summertime and like the next time he gets his haircut, that'll be interesting. But yeah, just to kind of place things where they are. It's my kid turns 10 tomorrow, and
there you
cool.
go.
Your kids are grown, right?
All my kids are grown right now.
Graham's got the little guys.
Yeah, I'm a grandpa at
Wow.
this point. Yeah.
You
My
old son
my
of a
youngest
bitch.
daughter had my granddaughter,
That's crazy.
which is totally different than having kids. I'll tell you that. It's way more fun.
Oh yeah, my brother
Get that-
can't wait for his kids to have kids. Like I want to be a grandfather so bad.
I do
You
have
get
to
'em-
say I'm jealous of your son being born on May 4th.
Yeah,
because
he is.
my birthday is the 6th, and I would much rather have my birthday be on Star Wars Day than be the day after Cinco de Mayo.
No, you're Revenge of the Sixth.
I'm Revenge of the 6th, but it's also like the second biggest hangover day of the year.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey, let's go out drinking for my birthday.
No, I went out last night.
Yeah, it's funny. My oldest kid's name is Luke, and he was actually named after Luke Skywalker because we were having a heck of a time trying to find a name for him. And my nephew's like, "Why don't you just call him Luke?" And I was like, "Oh, I kind of like that actually." So we named him Luke, and then of course the second kid's born on Star Wars Day. So we're like, "Well, we screwed that one up, I guess."
Speaking of Star Wars, why is everyone so gaga about the whole Revenge of the Sith like re-release? Like, I don't get it.
It's just that whole generation's favorite Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
I mean, it is the best one, but that's really not hard.
Yeah, the best.
You
of
know,
the movies.
The videos of like people lightsaber battling like during the final scene, that's so fucking cringe. I wouldn't be able to do it. After Minecraft, everything's got to be participation every movie.
Oh God, I feel so bad for theater workers right now.
Everybody's trying to make lava chickens and shit.
Yeah, I don't get it because I took my kids to see that, and it was like there were these group of teenagers that must have seen the movie a couple times already because they were yelling out like all the lines at these parts. And I'm like, this isn't Rocky Horror. This is just. It was an okay movie that had a couple funny parts, but they were just picking the dumbest scenes to go nuts over. And I was like, okay, I guess. Trying to make anything viral these days.
If you showed Rocky Horror to someone 20 years older than you when it came out, I'm sure they had the same reaction of like, why are they going so gaga over this?
Yeah, I hate that movie. I think it's the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. And I'm supposed to be the generation that likes it.
I think I've seen that movie once. And I was just like, I don't get it.
Why do you guys hate fun?
Because it's not fun. It's just dumb.
Yeah, how's that fun? I wonder if it's Minecraft is as bad as the Gula. What was that Jack Black Christmas movie we had to watch?
Oh, the one you loved? You mean?
Shut the fuck up.
Dude, to the point that we had to watch it numerous times because Kyle was like, "This is the best movie I ever seen."
It's because you guys are so fucking stoned. You thought it was great. Sorry, I can't stand Jack Black. I get a lot of heat for this.
Yeah, that's Kyle's boy. You're gonna be it's gonna be a yeah.
Kyle, don't look at our YouTube channel and the recommendeds.
Yeah, isn't Justin like a huge Jack Black fan though?
Yeah, he is.
Oh.
Yeah, definitely.
I've watched one video on the Pointless Distractions YouTube channel because I forgot to switch back over to my main account, and it literally was the lava chicken. So that's the entire like front page of our YouTube now. Is just here, watch more Jack Black.
Why are you doing this to me?
Because
if I know that, I would have done it intentionally.
You engineered the FYP to just have Jack Black stuff on there just for Kyle. That's awesome.
I was just seeing if he logged into any of the socials or anything.
I don't think I've looked at any of them, to be honest.
I expected an angry text message. Be like, why is it YouTube only Jack Black?
I'm too busy writing all this dope material over here. Pen and paper, motherfucker.
He's secretly on there watching Jack Black stuff, so it seems like you guys are doing it, but it really is just him because he loves Jack Black. He's closeted Jack Black.
I was gonna say on that trip, like me and Sam kind of bonded while you guys were always outside. What were we watching? Like Yellowstone and what is that show with Stallone? The one everybody watches.
It's Yellowstone and I know which one you were talking about.
Tulsa
King.
Yeah,
Tulsa King. Yeah, that one's really good.
It was fun watching grown up stuff for once.
You didn't like the Jack Black Christmas special?
You didn't like it either.
It was all. I thought it was very good. I thought it was very good, and I thought you loved that because you watched it so many times.
Yeah, I was also cranking 8% beers to get through it.
Every time I watched it, I fell asleep. So yeah, it's an awesome movie. It's a must watch.
What is it? I don't even know what you guys are talking about.
Oh yeah, we should probably. I don't
even remember the name of the movie, but it was the
Jack Black Santa Claus movie.
I've seen the trailer. Let me Yeah, so basically, a kid writes a letter to Santa, but he spells it wrong and accidentally sends it to Satan, who is Jack Black, and then Jack Black pretends to be Santa. I assume. I haven't seen the movie.
Bullshit. Graham's
something like that.
got the poster in the background.
Got a tattoo.
I love Jack Black. He's so diverse.
A lava chicken.
I don't even think I've heard that song.
No,
You know,
Isn't it like
it-
45
it-
you're
it-
good. You're good if you
it is catchy.
have. It's
It is catchy.
literally on everybody's feed at that point.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as that movie came out, it was like that song, him singing it was on everybody's FYP.
Wait, did he play Bowser in the Mario movie?
Yes, he did.
Yep.
And didn't that song get big too?
Yep.
Yes, it did.
Yep.
No wonder
Definitely
this
did.
civilization is crumbling.
It's all Jack Black's fault.
What do Oprah, Ted Turner, and Rupert Murdoch all have in common? They have their own TV channel. All titans of the industry, but there's a new kid in town. Nick Gula has brought his vision of the future, Gulavision. Gula has one problem ahead of launch. He needs 3 reality shows to fill his schedule. He has given us the task of coming up with 3 reality shows each, and then he must choose 3. He can be a mix of any 3 of ours, and also propose 3 of his own. Gulavision. All right. First show. Who wants to? I guess we'll each do one.
Come on, guys. Let's go.
Did say that right?
I mean, I can go. I can go first.
Go for it.
All right. So my first one, probably my weakest idea, but I think is the one that I would want to watch the most. So you take 100 people who have never
Fight a
seen
gorilla?
a single. There you go. It's monetized.
Boom. It's on there. It's done. The best one.
So-
I don't need to hear anything else.
It's it. Done.
Man's a
You take
genius.
100 people who have never seen a single Marvel movie, and you task them to marathon the entire MCU, all 36 movies, and whoever is left at the end splits $1 million. So now this is, it's 36 movies, so there'll be breaks in between every like 6 hours. We'll give them time to go take a nap or something. And this will be in a movie theater, so you also have to follow movie theater rules. You fall asleep during any of the movies, you're kicked out. You cause a ruckus during any of the movies, you're kicked out. And then at each of these breaks, everyone will have an opportunity to, stretch their legs, take a nap. And then before they start out the next batch of 6 movies, there's going to be a small trivia contest. And the loser of the trivia contest leaves. You're gone. The winner of the trivia contest will get a special buff for the next 6 movies. Like, you get to skip a movie and go take an extra nap, or you get an hour of phone time in the theater during a movie.
Or like a speedball.
Well, my favorite is everyone in the theater except you has to take a shot
Oh,
whenever
yeah.
you want.
A little going on in the attack. I like it.
Wait,
Just try to drum up some drama.
did you actually look up how many hours that would be?
No, I know it's 36 movies, but I know most of the movies are over 2 hours, so it'd be an investment.
How would you get multiple episodes out of that, though?
You'd have to have
every movie is
You have a new set of 100 every 48 hours.
So it's just
If
going to be like
it's
night
dramatic
vision of
enough,
people watching
every-
movies.
Yeah.
every episode. Well, I mean, there'll be a confessional booth in the corner and stuff you can get. But I would say every couple movies is an episode.
Yeah, you could chunk it out.
So
Yeah,
Have a
maybe like-
name?
one season would be the length of the 36 movies.
My
what you're saying?
So my pitch name was the MCU Gauntlet, but that was just like a working title.
Can you survive the gauntlet?
Can you make it through Thor: The Dark World before deciding that $1 million is not
The non-infinity
You
gauntlet.
bring that up and not Eternals or...
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, Eternals is boring. but
Gula,
it's
didn't
no
you
Thor: The
text me
Dark
after
World.
that episode? And you're like, what's wrong with your friend or something?
Yeah, Dark World's pretty early in the series too, though. So that'll be a real milestone.
Eternals is a tough watch. It's definitely a tough watch. They could have went in so many different directions with that, but we're not going to get into that. Good pitch, man. I like it. It's kind of like Mr. Beast kind of freaking thing.
Beast
You know,
game?
maybe you
Yeah.
could throw out maybe you can throw in some like some traps or something like that. Every so often something goes off or something like that. An alarm or something like
I
that
mean,
to
I
make
like that.
people
Yeah.
fucking losing things. So yeah, that's pretty good.
All right, I'll do mine next. I'm gonna do my more serious one
Uh-oh.
that I think I'm pandering to Gula a little bit in this one, but
Oh, pander away.
yeah.
He's the head of the studio. You got to pander, right?
Yeah,
I guess so.
Gotta slob
yeah,
that
but you
knob a
gotta,
little.
yeah, you gotta kiss some butt, yeah.
So this show's kind of gonna be, Scott probably won't obviously know who this is, but you know Fritz Weatherby. What's the show? New Hampshire Chronicle.
Oh yeah, him.
Scott, he's a dude who just tells
You
stories
don't know
about New
Fritz
Hampshire.
Weatherby?
He's from Ohio. Anyway, like I said, this is the serious one.
Did he invent earmuffs?
Okay, Nick Gula's New Bedford. Gula shares stories of the New Bedford, Massachusetts rich history. Topics will include the Wampanoag Native Americans. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. New
Yes.
Bedford being a major whaling city, including being in the classic novel Moby Dick, and Frederick Douglass, who lived there from 1838 to 1841. New Bedford is also known for its proud Portuguese heritage. So it's just you talking New Bedford history. That's simple as that.
It's just me just going over what's
Interviewing
going on in New
people,
Bedford,
going to
going
locations.
around, yeah, going to the Whaling Museum, just sitting there with one of the professors and thing. I hate it. Totally hate it. Totally hate it.
I mean, the only way to spice it up is be like, "This is where I kicked that guy's ass. This is where I met my wife. This is where I."
It's been done by public access so many times. I don't know if it's
This
like,
was my third idea that I had to come up with before work today, and I had the first two shows like instantly in my head. This is what I struggled with. So
yeah, this is the throwaway. So good. Because this was bad. No,
I added the proud
Oh.
Portuguese heritage, though.
that gave you points, but not enough. Not enough.
I was almost gonna put in that it was the city where the movie The Accused happened, but I thought that might be in poor taste. I think everyone knows what I'm talking about. Or
Yeah,
not.
we've been getting a lot of a lot of things have been happening around movie wise. They've been coming to Massachusetts a lot lately in the movie industry. So
All right, I guess I go with my worst pick as well. My serious one that is probably my worst pick, but that's okay. Had trouble coming up with a name. I'm just going to call it Homebrew Heroes. And what we're going to do is we're going to follow the adventures of some home brewing clubs, baking beer, basically. We're going to kind of go over all them, show their weekend get-togethers, when they're brewing, when they're coming up with recipes. Of course, they're going to maybe follow 2 or 3 different groups as they're all going to be competing against each other, entering contests, trying to make it up to like the Great American Homebrew or Great American Beer Fest in Colorado, and just doing all that kind of stuff. It's kind of half formed, but I think it'd be kind of cool. I don't know if they've actually done homebrewers before. I know they've done a couple, brewery shows, but never anything like that. It would just be kind of wacky misadventures of all the everyday guys brewing their beers and trying to make it big. So yeah.
that's kind of interesting. If you could develop that into like, it'd be kind of funny to see these awkward people like, just like, yeah, I've been doing this for 15 years, and it might be interesting to like, hear about that. But
They do have like pro-ams and stuff and all kinds of crazy stuff, but I think it'd just be kind of a neat show. That's my boring lame one.
I don't want to help you with your idea, but I'm picturing like a Great British Baking Show, but for beer brewing.
See, I thought about that, but it takes a little while to get these batches together. You can't just put it together in an hour and drink it immediately. It's got to take a couple weeks and everything. So,
Would Gula be in the show or hosting it? I mean, he didn't have to be, but is it anything like?
if I get the drink, you get points. You definitely get more points. So like, I don't know.
you get to drink, yes.
Oh, all right. That's good. That's good.
All right.
No, it seems it's an interesting idea if you could develop it more.
That's the one that just came to me today, and I was like, "Oh, I'll do that." Yeah.
Okay.
So, that was my Kyle's shitty third one too.
So Gula, I guess you can do yours now, or unless you guys want to wait for his? No, I say you should go.
All right. So this one came from the guys, Justin and John. I'll give them credit for it. It's so it would be like in the style, like old sitcom style, like in front of a live studio audience, and it would be like my house and like my work or whatever, and they just follow me around. Kind of, I'd have to be on stage all the time, but I'd go to work, and they'd get B-roll from that type of stuff, and then, but I would be living like in this on the studio throughout the whole thing, so it'd be in front of a live studio audience 24 hours a day, basically.
So the Truman Show is the Gula.
Yeah, I was gonna say like the Gula version of the Truman Show.
Yeah, exactly, basically. But I would realize that I am living,
Right.
I'm on this show. So it's almost a cross between like, the old sitcoms and they were thinking like the Osbournes, just like on the Gula family 24 hours a day. That was my throwaway.
There you go.
Real quick, didn't you say the other bees gave you shit for bringing this content over here?
Yeah, they made comments off mic about Jesus Christ, Gula, you've made you're bringing all the good content over to the other podcasts. He says, I gotta just be me, man.
Yeah, fuck them.
Fuck them. That's it. Fuck the one. Fuck. Who's John? Where's John?
Who's Justin?
I'm not dedicated.
He's not dedicated.
If he hasn't been on the ball to get on the Pointless Distraction podcast, then he's missing out. Should have been the first one.
All right, so is it on me again?
Yeah, let's move up to, let's get a little better content. Those were all kind of
So my second one, I'm realizing that all three of my ideas are contest reality shows, just because I feel like those are more where the drama is.
I got a contest show too.
So my second,
Here we go. It's gonna be comic books.
not comic.
Four
books.
men
It's
running
actually-
a comic book store.
It's
Set in New Jersey.
It's called
somewhere.
Podcast Men. No,
almost
so
did
my
what
my second idea is, so it's 8 teams of 4 friends, like 4 close friends, all going into this game show as a team. But they don't know that the twist of the show is every week the teams are randomized. So you're separated from your friends and you have to work with 3 complete strangers to complete the tasks. And so basically what you're trying to do is these newly formed groups, you're trying to win a weekly challenge. And when you win challenges, you get 2 points that go towards like your original team of 4. And at the end of every week, one team is kicked out. They get no points towards their original teams. And everyone who survives get 1 point for their original team. So you're trying to compete with these strangers in these random challenges while also trying to make sure that the 3 friends that you brought along also don't lose the challenges so that they can get points so that your team can eventually win the entire season.
And they don't know this?
I mean,
they'd
have to know for future seasons, but for that first season, they go in not knowing that this is what the twist of the show is going to be. They think they're just like 4 best friends competing in a bunch of challenges trying to win a contest.
So you at least get 1 season out of it, basically. But
yeah, I mean, I think
you would have to have a twist.
Work.
Yeah, you have to do a twist or something.
Yeah, I think it would still work even if it wasn't a surprise. But for that first season, at least, it would be like a nice hook to get people in.
Watching the show, and then maybe you could change it up. Yeah, it's interesting. Kind of like Survivor, but fucking it's with a twist, because you don't want to handicap your own team, but you kind of do, because you're on a different team at that point and you don't really realize it.
Yeah.
All right. Which one should I do next? All right. I'm gonna save the best for last, or at least what I think is the best. All right. My next reality show is Past the Sell-By Date with Sam Gula. She's still in the room, right?
Yeah, she's
Okay.
She said Sam Gula.
Okay.
I heard my name.
She's hearing her name and she's speaking out.
Better pay attention to this
Okay.
one.
Nick's lovely wife hosts a cooking show specializing in preparing home-cooked meals featuring expired food, tainted meat, dented cans, and withered vegetables.
Lucky I can't hear half this shit.
Her first episode will feature her world-famous Thanksgiving meatballs.
Nice.
You're gonna have to tell that story real quick because Graham doesn't know it, and
Yeah, I'm lost.
So when we went to New Jersey, I was making I was gonna make meatballs. We were gonna make meatballs, and I, unbeknownst to me, I bought tainted meat. Meat was bad, and they made it, and they realized that it was thing. And then I was sleeping at the time of when they made it, and when I woke up, they began to feed it to me, the tainted meat, as a punishment.
Wasn't the container ballooning up and everything?
Yeah.
is it pulsating?
Yeah, it was the thing. It was pretty bad from what I'm hearing.
He had no problem. He scoffed that shit.
Yeah, I ate it. I ate like fucking way more meatballs than they did, guy.
That's why Gula can beat gorillas.
That's it, guy. I got a fucking I got a seagull stomach, guy.
Probably
Just
still
eat rocks.
battling that giant tapeworm up his ass.
Yeah, I wish I had a tapeworm, guy. I got to lose the weight.
Yeah, Graham. So Scott and I had gone out drinking, and we luckily ate at one of the bars we went to. So when we got back, we were safe, but nobody died, so that's good.
Yeah, I didn't kill
Oh, I
anybody.
mean, yeah, that's fine, man.
No harm, no foul, right?
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
But I will say, me, Justin, and Tatiana, we were dying of laughter though in the kitchen when we realized.
He tried to kill us.
Let's see how good Gula goes with diphtheria.
That's the key to your show, though. You know, do people die? You know,
I just wanna
huge
see the waiver.
lawsuits. You fool.
What?
Yeah,
I wanna
that's
see the
that's
waiver they
just
have
like
to
a
sign.
legal nightmare.
You might die. And it's all this big fucking legal talk. Like fast speed.
Yeah, whatever, sure. I can handle
Next
it.
week's episode, botulism.
Can you
I was
cut
a
those
little-
pieces out?
A little worried about pitching that one if she was going to get mad, but I told Justin it, and he said no, it'd be funny.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, so let's blame Justin for that one.
My wife don't care.
What?
You don't care.
About what?
He just pitched the
She didn't hear
episode
any of
for
that.
Gula thing.
Aw.
No, she didn't hear anything because she doesn't have headphones.
Oh,
on.
okay, that makes sense.
She heard her name.
Boo.
She heard her name, and she was like, "Oh, I heard my name."
Oh, make
was
sure she
it.
listens when this episode drops.
Oh, she's listening. She says,
All right, I guess I'll go with my game show then. Mine's called The Buzz Off, and here's my first round of sucking up the Gula. This is a multi-competitor trivia show with a B twist. Contestants randomly compete one-on-one to answer trivia questions. Some will be true, false, some will be multiple choice, picture-related, etc. Just, all kinds of questions. Each correct answer is worth increasing amounts of money as the rounds go on. The first person to buzz in and answer it correctly wins that round in the cash. If a person buzzes in, gets the answer wrong, the other person gets a chance to answer. If they're both wrong, they just repeat this until one is declared the winner. Now, here's where the twist is. If the loser then joins the winner's team, which is what we're going to call building your beehive. So if the loser's already a member of a beehive, that entire beehive is then absorbed along with their total winnings to the winner's beehive. So your team's just going to keep growing and growing and growing as you're answering questions correctly. Then at random points in the game, there'll be 3 special bee facts rounds. These will, of course, involve questions about bees. When a bee fact round comes up, the loser will not join the other beehive, but will instead be removed from the game along with his or her hive and all its accumulated money. The individual person who lost that round will also be slimed with honey, just like the old Nickelodeon shows.
"Oh, nice."
Now, since the B fact rounds occur randomly throughout the game, they can be really inconsequential if they occur at the beginning, or if a beehive round comes up towards the end, they can be really consequential because you could have half the players on one team. They lose that round. All those players and that money's gone. So we do expect fights in the parking lot, which is the key here too.
Nice.
Once there's only one beehive remaining, one just group, the members of that hive will randomly square off against each other to be crowned the queen bee. And the queen bee, whoever wins that, takes all the accumulated cash. And at that stage of the game, each loser is not only removed from the game, but they also get slimed with honey.
Yeah,
Just
okay.
a trivia show, but you got to have, people getting honey slimed.
I like it. I see
lot.
One fatal flaw that I see that I'm, eventually going to run into. There's only so many BFACs that you can go through before you run out. But I like where you're going with this. It's definitely pandering to something that I love, and it's a good concept. I like it.
That's the buzz off.
Speaking of BFACs, Graham, do you have anything for us?
Oh, hold on. Let me pull it up. Someone magically sent me one today. Worker bees only make 1/12 of a teaspoon of honey in their lifetime.
Has that one been used yet?
That one has not been used, but I'm going to use it anyways because, like I said, there's not enough BFACs in the world.
You're welcome.
Yeah, my mother actually today sent me a bunch of BFACs. It was funny that I haven't used, so she's getting into the whole BFAC situation, and it's funny how, like, at first we didn't really embrace the bees when we first started, but then Justin just brought these BFACs, and I think it was like the second episode. Or it was like tacked on to the tribute part or whatever. We when we came back after we didn't record another episode after that till like August. So in between there, we were talking and we were developing the show, and he was like, "Oh, I came up with this thing, and it's we can call it BFACs," and he just went down randomly. It never aired. I never got. I don't think it ever seen the light of day. That whole thing, but we ended up embracing the BFACs, and that was something that people love, and I appreciate everybody that brings BFACs. It's become something that I love doing. So thank you.
Yeah, he's a little nicer about it than Justin was, because when we did it, he was like, "You're stealing our shit." It's like, I'm trying to honor you, motherfucker.
Only when you're on the show, yeah.
Yeah. I promise we don't do them on non-Wannabeez.
That would be even funnier. Like, you were just randomly throwing out BFACs every single fucking.
So Jimmy, did you know that the male honey?
Yeah, it's thank you guys. I appreciate that. So, this is something that I thought would be really cool if you could ever logistically do it. I doubt you could logistically do it, but if I had the means and money was no object,
well, it is your channel.
Yeah, so
investors, baby.
Instead of cops, we flip it, and it would the show would be crooks.
Robbers?
So the crooks would wear the body cameras as they were doing crimes, and it would be the perspective of the crooks. They would be like seeing cops come by and shit like that, and they would be running from the cops. So they would be doing the crimes, and it would show the whole perspective from the crooks' angle. And I thought that would be hilarious. The shit that would ensue.
Oh, I definitely watch that.
Well, I mean, you don't really need a budget. You
got
just ask these criminals to submit videos.
I'm gonna go rob this gas station. I better make sure my body cam's on.
Right.
Well, you get like maybe the incentive is because they're gonna get eventually caught, probably, so the incentive is that you get a reduced sentence or something like that. You have to bribe the judges. We're bribing the judges on the back end. It's the executives guy.
That's where the budget goes. Okay.
Yeah,
you could try to find a crossover episode where you get it from both perspectives.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking though. That's exactly where my mind was going. Like, it was like a crossover event, the cops and the crooks, and you could see both of them simultaneously, guy. and they would go going together. It would be pretty fucking funny. Or you would do the cops one first, and then do the crooks, or vice versa, on the same night. ABC brings Gulavision brings you
Gulaverse.
with in collaboration with ABC or something like that, guy. Spike TV.
Now I got to make a Gulavision t-shirt.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
If it's like it's got to be like the Weird Al fucking
I was thinking like an old ass like 1950s TV with like your face just on it. Exact face from this t-shirt.
That'd be funny. That's one of my favorite things about the Wannabeez is like waking up in the morning and just looking on Facebook, and all of a sudden somebody just put in some fan art or something like that. Like, you know, Eric, shout out to Eric Mason. He does that stuff all the time, and he just Photoshop stuff, and it's amazing some of the things that fans put in, and it's just crazy. It's just nuts.
I don't even know him, but I do know he's a listener, so I think we did actually a shout out to him last episode. So if I can have someone I don't actually know listening, then, you know, winning.
Yeah.
So my last one, I was having trouble thinking of one, and so I went to my wife, who, by her own admission, is a huge fan of like trash TV, and she'll call it trash TV, like she knows it's terrible, but it's compelling, and so she helped me come up with an idea. Have any of you seen the TV show Are You the One?
No.
I haven't.
All right, so essentially the premise is a bunch of strangers are put into a household, and for every person in the household, there's another person who is their like perfect match from like a dating quiz or something. So the whole point of the show is just to like find your perfect match, and if you find them, you get to spend the rest of the show just like living with them. And so we thought of flipping that on its head. And basically, it's 24 strangers living in a house, and there's, for every person, there's someone who is their like scientifically proven opposite. And so the other people in the house are trying to figure out who the two least compatible people are. And if you figure out these horrible matches, then they are forced to go live with their opposite for the remainder of the show. So you're trying to not find the person that you matched with and last the longest without having to live in a one-bedroom apartment with someone who has been like scientifically proven to just drive you insane.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Like a modern odd couple kind of thing?
Yeah, it's all about the drama.
Now, is this like romantic opposites or just personality in general?
Oh, just personality in general.
Okay.
Like the one person in the world who would drive you insane if you had to live with them.
So we're putting a germophobic person with, like, you know, Kyle. No, I'm just kidding. Fucking.
But yeah, that would be the basic thing. Is everyone in the house is trying to find the two people who are least compatible to ship them off so they don't have to spend any time with the person that they would hate.
I don't think it would take that much time to see who would piss off each other and figure out. So we might be light on episodes, but it's a good premise. It's a really good premise, and shit.
Yeah, but once you find your opposite, that's when the drama really starts.
Well, that's the point.
Yeah,
that's
so only one couple each week would get like discovered, and then they're forced to spend the remainder of the season.
What do they get if they do the opposites actually, you know, survive being together?
I think in the original show it's a cash prize. Like if you can like live with all of these people for X amount of time. So I think anyone who makes it to the end of the show splits a cash prize.
And then they found love.
That would be the biggest twist of all.
The people that were opposites end up marrying and divorcing each other in the biggest fucking fashion ever. That'd be funny as a bastard.
It's funny. I was trying to come up with like a dating game type situation, and I just couldn't think of anything good. So this one's
and then each
kind of interesting. It's like the anti-dating show.
Yeah, and each of these shows has like a 6 month reunion special, and I figured that just takes place in a boxing arena,
Okay, there you go.
and you can just let these people fight it out after the show airs.
Celebrity Deathmatch. They got to bring back that show too.
I thought they had
That's my
brought that
first.
back.
That would be my first inaction of Gulavision is bring back Celebrity Deathmatch, and not to the Celebrity
Deal with
Deathmatch.
MTV.
Celebrity, I'm gonna duke it out with MTV and fucking get that show back on air, guy. Not the reboot, the older version that was just no holds barred and didn't give a shit.
Just ripping people's heads off and stuff.
Yeah, just doing dumb shit and not caring about like censors or the actual like people that they're portraying and shit like that. Just go visceral on it. It's not slander if it's true, right?
There you go.
That's true. All right, my turn.
All right, what you got, Kyle?
All right, I ran this game by a few people at work, and they all thought it was a winning idea. So my show is
better
simply
be.
called.
It better be because the last two.
This one's called Deadbeat Dads. Deadbeat Dads is a reality game show where we reunite no-show fathers and their abandoned kids in a zany, fun-filled, double dare-like environment. Deadbeats. You all remember Double Dare, I hope?
Oh, yes. I grew up in Double Dare, yes.
Okay.
Very much so.
Deadbeats and their kids will compete with other teams in the classic backyard games like potato sack races, horseshoes, and fun obstacle courses. All and any prize money would be put toward the winning team's unpaid child support payment.
So throughout the show, the kids are like trying to work out their fucking daddy issues.
Dad, I haven't
like,
seen you in 9
during
years.
The three-legged race, guy. You said you went out for milk. Fucking it's
Exactly. And who would turn that down just to get their payments down? Like, fuck yeah.
So it's like sanctioned by the federal government and shit like that. The states that you air this in.
I mean, I guess just the show at the end just takes the prize money and mails it in.
Pays off their
yeah.
Pays off their bill. That'd be funny as shit, though. That would be funny as shit, guy. That's a good. That's
That's a good one.
How much money are you going to waste on hiring therapists for all these people?
No, that's not part of the deal. That's not part of the deal, guy. You come on at your own risk. That's where the waiver comes in, guy.
This is for hard cash only.
The question is the dad just be like, all right, here's $25,000. Peace. Just leave. But the dad.
You have these crazy parents, guy, on both sides, either mother or father that they're doing it to. Because you could have mothers on this.
Yeah, there could be moms on there. It doesn't matter. Whoever's the deadbeat.
Whatever the deadbeat is, guy, and you'd have the other person that was not the deadbeat, the person that was there, like putting their kid in, because you'd have to like get their parental, rights. They would have to sign off on it. So you'd have these parents going, I need a new parent. I need a new car or something. Come on, Jimmy, let's go.
Show that dirtbag what you're made of.
Come on. That'd be funny to convince each other that this is the best way to get the money. He's been fucking screwing me this whole time.
Well, one of my buddies at work loved it, but he said I should change the fact that they don't know the money's going to go towards that, so they find out at the end. But you really couldn't continue that after a few episodes. Everyone's going to know.
Yeah. No, it's that would be the incentive to allure these people back into their. That would be the only way to lure these people and have them do it. Is, hey, we're gonna pay. You might win $10,000 worth your child support taken off of your bill there. So that would be the way to get them to sign up and
Well, yeah, because
the
government
maybe an offshoot of this, right? Let's take it further. Like, some B-roll of this situation is that the deadbeat going to the person that has custody of the child, and trying to convince that person that this is the best way to get your money is for us to go on this TV show to get them to sign the waiver. Also, maybe we follow them in the beginning, these contestants, to broaden the story a little bit.
See, already planning spinoffs. That's how you run a TV channel.
There you go.
Gulavision. All right, Scott, what do we got?
All right, I'm a little hesitant with my third one because it's kind of similar to Gula's first one, which he said was his worst one. So we'll see how this goes over. We're going to call this the Fix It Guys. This is a reality show following the everyday adventures of America's most unappreciated heroes, the Facilities Management Group at the University of Massachusetts, Dartmouth. This will be mostly unscripted.
Oh, man, he stole my idea.
This will be mostly unscripted, kind of like Comic Book Man, with recreations of real stories as well as wacky scenarios created by star and executive producer Nick Gula. Watch this ragtag group of plumbers, electricians, and other skilled tradesmen deal with dorm destruction, toilet trauma, electrical egregiousness, putrid plumbing, and worst of all, sanctimonious students. You'll fall in love with these lovable massholes as they work, bond, and take care of all the problems nobody else is willing to. It's the Fix It Guys, overlooked, overworked, and underpaid for your entertainment guy.
So I have to deduct points because this was my idea, and I've had this idea for a very long time, and that was going to be my third pitch to you guys was us. We've been talking about the facilities guys, because at UMass, because it's pretty nuts that the day-to-day, the things that go on at a university, you would be surprised. And we've always had this idea of, like, if we could just put like GoPros on and go about our day and do our daily stuff, we'd have so much good content, and people would be like just so riveted about what was going on. It'd be impossible to do, because you'd have to have all kinds. I mean, the lawyers that would have to be paid off on this situation, the people would have to be paid off. I don't know. The education system is going into the dumps anyways, and they're going to be looking for new cash streams. Maybe selling off TV rights would be the next logical thing. They could sell off they make a cut of the show if it became popular or whatever, and for us to do it, we'd pay them off to build a new building in somewhere on the campus or something like that. New, $100 million thing on campus. But yeah, that you stole my idea. So,
so you get no points, and may God have mercy on your soul, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Wait, since when are we doing points?
So, good guys. Great. This was super fun. I loved it. I loved most of the things except for Kyle's thing. But
wait, which one of mine did you hate? The cooking show, or you walking around New Bedford?
Walking around New Bedford thing. I think it's been done so many times, and it'd just be like just an abomination. Maybe I could make it fun, but it would it'd be more of like a public access type stuff, and we're way at Gulavision, we're way above that,
way beyond that.
I mean, that was the definition of phoning it in. I just looked it up on Wikipedia and wrote it in about 2 minutes.
Yeah. So, but it's something that it's cool. You try to bring it back to my roots where I stay, but I think I'm gonna pass on that one. But let me go through this. All right, Graham, great situation. I love the MCU. I love the second one. And opposites. It's a good thing. But I'm thinking I'm gonna go with the MCU gauntlet. I like that concept. I like the Mr. Beast aspect of that, like challenges and stuff like that. So I think I'm gonna go with that one. Kyle, I think Deadbeat Dad's gotta. I gotta put that fucking show on
Yeah,
the
that's
air.
gotta
I
be
have to.
flagship.
I have to. It's gonna be like Friday afternoons, guy. Like
That will be your
GI
Impractical
Fridays or
Jokers.
something.
The Impractical Jokers of Gulavision is Deadbeat Dads for sure.
Yeah, definitely. That's gonna save my whole thing.
Like, I want to watch
And
that show.
as much as I love, you stole one of my ideas. So I'm not gonna go with that one.
Boo.
But as much as I love the brewer one, I love beer, and it seems like highlighting that would be cool for like 40 people. But I think I'm gonna go with the buzz off. I think that was the best one. I'm gonna use that on my game show night to maybe even maybe we try to when does
Some deadbeats on there.
Deadbeats. Oh, it comes after Deadbeats, so it's like it's part of that block. It's all three of them. It's TGI Friday. We start you off with Deadbeat Dads. We go to the buzz off, and then the MCU gauntlet goes on at 1 a.m. So I'm just kidding.
Fine. We'll call that whole thing the pointless block.
Oh yeah, this definitely is like at 11, 12, and 1, like when
Nobody's
people
watching it. Yeah.
nobody's watching it.
What are you doing on Friday nights? Gulavision.
Maybe that's it. It makes it fucking it makes it low key, guy, and everybody's like then like, you hear about that guy? It's fucking crazy, guy.
What
It's like
channel is
UHF
that?
guy.
Number
It's like that dude.
1987.
Have you ever seen that movie UHF with fucking Weird Al?
The best movie ever.
With the
I've never
fucking-
actually seen that.
Oh my god, that's one you got to watch.
It's so good. But Stanley with his mop guy. That's
Stanley
that-
Spadowski.
they put him at he's got a kid show and he's fucking shooting fire hoses at people, guy. At kids. It was
Who wants to drink from the fire hose?
The whole network is like built off this one dude, this one kid show guy, but then they get wicked like crazy with their program, and like it's insane what they put on that network. But it saves it. It's like kind of an indie fucking type thing. Maybe that's what Gulavision needs, built from the ground up, the underground.
Man, I can't
Start
believe
on
I've never
that
seen you in show.
T-shirt right after this episode.
Nice. Oh shit! You can have that one. Thanks, by the way. That's pretty cool.
Graham, it'd be fun if we got Gula here to do our cemetery camping trip that we're planning.
I love
Oh,
it.
yeah, he's right in your neighborhood.
Yeah, so my brother lives in. Do you know where Bradford is?
No.
It's like on the way to Keene. It's like 30 minutes from where we're at. But he owns multiple acres, and there's a cemetery in his yard up on a hill that we can go camping in at night. So we were going to do a whole episode based on that. Well, obviously Scott's not coming, but
I'm not into that stuff. But Sam that'd be totally up Sam's the peanut galleries thing. You want to go camping in a cemetery in New Hampshire? She said, "Hell yeah!"
get the Ouija board out.
She doesn't fuck with those, guy. That's
Yeah,
too
I
much
probably
power.
won't touch it either.
Too much power, guy. You don't want shit coming home with you, right?
My brother's house is right there, so maybe they can go fuck with him instead of me.
We drum them all. That'd be funny. We drum them all up and we make all kinds
Peace
of
out.
shit happen. And then we just take off, guy. And he's like, dude, fuck, what the fuck did you guys do? You fucking strange shit's been happening like for the last fucking month, you bastards.
Like, it's not my problem. I'm just trying to get content.
That's actually a great reality show idea too. You just go around and conjure spirits in people's houses and then film your reaction.
Oh man, it just writes itself, man. It just writes Gulavision just writes itself over here.
We're gonna see if we can
Get an
Zoom
EVP,
going
get
and see if
EVP
Scott can join
recorder
in.
guy, digital recorder, can take EVPs and stuff. We'll get ourselves a fucking some ghost gear. Go up there and fucking camp.
Be a little
Definitely.
crossover.
Wannabees and pointless distractions.
Well, if it's just you doing it, I guess it will have to be
It'd be
Our own paranormal spin-off.
the Nick experience. That's what we're calling, like, when it's just me, because everything else has kind of their own thing. Where's John? The Nick and John show. I'm the only staple of all of it. I'm the only rock that holds it all together.
The only one who's dedicated.
Yes.
Well, yeah, Graham and I did an episode when Scott was in QS. It was just the two of us, but I don't think we had any clever name for it. We had to work on that.
It'll come to you. You got to just think of a thing that it's going to be your own thing, and excluding that, as long as you keep that going. I guess that running joke going. That's kind of the thing. You just keep that, whatever that is. You just keep that as long as that person is out. You're gonna find yourself needing that time, because it's grueling to putting out episode after episode. So it sometimes you just need a break. Obviously not me, because I'm on every single episode, but yeah.
Justin recommended Where's Scott? And I was like, no, I don't think we can do that. I already did the B fact.
We are the Wannabeez, though.
Where in the world is Scott?
There you go.
You put on the fucking Carmen San Diego fucking music in the background. Dun, dun, dun.
He's got his big red hat and trench coat.
Yeah, I can put on my little red outfit.
Fucking just running around places whenever you guys where is Scott next? We don't
Flashing
know.
people.
Wait, do you have like ghost hunting equipment? Seems like something you would just randomly have.
What, me?
Yeah.
No, I don't have any ghost equipment.
My PKE meter and my
PKE
proton
meters,
pack.
ghost traps. Yeah.
You can actually pick up on Amazon. It's not that it's not that expensive. But a digital recorder is all you need. Is just sit out there and collect EVPs and stuff. And you got. I mean, 5 years ago it would have been impossible to do it, but now we got 4K cameras on our phones. Like you could you could download the apps to your phone and just use your phone. It's come so far. But we could do whatever.
Yeah.
It'd be
It's
cool.
up on
I
a
think
pretty steep hill, and it's like, I don't know, probably a 5-minute walk from my brother's house. So I'm gonna make sure go to the bathroom and everything.
the New Bedford Armory is one of the most haunted places in America. Everybody that's gone there has said they've either felt something or done something, or it's very active at this armory in New Bedford. It's crazy. It's right in my backyard.
So you can feature that on your TV show.
Yeah, the one he didn't pick.
Yeah. Yep.
Just be a one-off special.
And just to let you know, any listener, you disrespect the cemetery in any way, my wife is coming for you. Yeah. She's gonna know. She's gonna feel it in the force, and then she's just all of a sudden she's gonna just show up at your door, knocking on your door, saying, "What's up? Pull you off your porch, beat your ass."
I'll walk your ass.
Oh, she's dog walking you now. She brought a leash. She's just going down the street.
You need a leash.
No leash. Just dog walking. That's it. You're getting dog walked.
I can picture just me leaving in the middle of the night and going down to my brother's house and sleeping in the air conditioning while you guys are up there. You just come back down. I'm cooking breakfast. Where the fuck were you guys?
Fucking.
The whole point of the cemetery.
The whole point of the weekend of us getting together is to actually sit in there and pod and do all this stuff. And Kyle's like, fuck that. I ain't doing none of that shit, gang.
I'm watching Netflix.
He's watching Jack Black.
Watching Gulaverse.
I can finally finish that Santa movie.
He's watching the Santa movie for the fucking 15th time.
As you guys are fighting off zombies.
Oh, now we got zombie apocalypse. Nice. That's awesome.
If John came, probably something like that would happen.
Yeah, maybe. Definitely would happen. John gets into the most craziest shit. Always.
All right.
Well, thanks for having me, guys. Definitely had some fun tonight. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no
My
problem.
first time being on anybody else's podcast, so
Oh yeah, that was a question I was gonna have if you had done any others.
I haven't done it. You are the first podcast that other podcasts that I have done besides the Wannabees. So congratulations.
There we go.
Tremendous
Yeah,
occasion.
I'm sure the
Yeah.
cemetery episode will be huge. People want to hear
Definitely.
that shit, even though probably nothing's gonna happen outside of us getting high and drunk.
You should save it. You should save it and tack it on the Halloween special, guy.
Sam beating the shit out of everybody.
Fucking Kyle's like, we're not even making it to the Halloween special. We need content now, guy. What the fuck are you talking about?
Try to release that the next day. As we're walking down the hill, Graham, are you editing that shit?
Be live streaming.
Yeah, we really got to see if we can have Scott like Zoom and like join us for a little bit, but
Maybe possible with today's technology, we could get it done. But yeah, it's been great, guys. Thank you for having me.
Thank
it's
you
a
for
lot of
coming
fun.
on.
all right. Keep it pointless.
Keep it pointless.
Bye, everybody.
Let's go.
Let's go!